Hello, everybody. Welcome to the newest episode of Tangent Town. With me, your host, your sheriff, judge, jury, and executioner, Jonathan Tynes. With my co-host, the mayor himself, James Jablonski.
Hello. Hi,
Good evening, everyone.
How are everyone?
Welcome back to town.
Yes.
Our citizens. I should have said, welcome back, citizens.
That's a good way to start it. Welcome back, citizens.
Yeah, we should really lean into the town.
We are a town. I like to call the people who live here townies.
Townies?
Yeah.
What? Not citizens, just townies?
Well, both citizens, townies. Citizens makes. You're right. No, you're right. Citizens makes more sense.
And so we're switching. We're switching it up a little bit around here.
Kind of, yeah. We're evolving. We're adapting.
We're evolving. We're like that Pokemon that doesn't evolve to like level 32.
You mean Pikachu when Ashlight kept him?
Yeah, when he held back Pikachu
Which
from
is
his
really,
true potential.
Really messed up, by the way, that he did that.
I think.
Why didn't you evolve me?
I think it's fine. I think the Pikachu is like, I don't want to be Raichu. Fuck
That's
it.
fair. Do you think every time a Pikachu evolves, he forgets?
No, they clearly remember. Like, hey, you're that guy who got me here.
Yeah, that's fair. Speaking of Pikachu, like Jonathan said, the formula is changing a little bit. We're going to try to do like a specific tangent of the week and kind of tangent around that.
Yes.
Yes, I like that idea.
Oh, we also.
By the way, that wasn't my idea. I don't want to take credit for it. I didn't come up with that idea.
It's my idea. My idea, God damn it. The people have been talking.
Yeah.
The people have been requesting things.
The citizens, dude.
The citizens.
What's important is you guys have to say. I need you to know that. This is a democracy.
Your town council is listening.
We're not. No, we are.
I'm listening in passing.
Jonathan's like, I have to listen, otherwise they revolt, and then I have to deal with that.
I'll just shoot them all.
Yeah,
that's
well,
fine.
That's fair.
That's
No, you're gonna say.
That's also segues perfectly into what else. There's no more. There can be no more talking over each other.
Yeah. That's for sure me. I talk over everybody, though.
Hey, man.
No, it's okay. You know what, though? It's a habit that I want to break in real life, too. So I'm okay with it.
Listen, I am more of I'm a conversation starter. I'm not a conversation haver. That's why I got to get up on stage every once in a while so no one can cut me off.
This is where I'm safe.
Yeah, this is a safe space in the limelight.
No, I do that to everyone. I do that to Ashley. Like, try living with me, you won't get a single word in edgewise. I have something to say every 10 seconds. I
feel like it's better to have something to say than to not have anything to say, because sometimes I'll just be like, damn, that's crazy. And then they'll just keep going.
Well, I guess I'll notice those moments.
I want everyone to know that even if you talk over me, sure, I'll get upset. Sure, I'll get angry. I will plot your death. But I'll let it happen.
There's like 2 episodes of evidence of me doing that.
Yeah. And also, I've listening back to our other episodes, I've noticed that when I talk, I have sort of like a southern drawl.
A little bit.
Without the southern part. Yeah. I'm just drawling all over the place.
I like it.
So
I think that's you, man.
But like, no. I used to whenever I'd go on stand. Okay.
You can, I believe.
In the early days of my stand-up career, hence a year ago. I would, before every mic, I would down a cold brew coffee from Starbucks.
Oh my god!
To get it jump started, get the system jump started. Try half the shit.
I used to drinking coffee before sets is a no-go for this guy.
Why?
Because because I will get too jittery and forget everything I'm saying.
Like, see, I like the jittery. I like the jit.
I get jittery naturally. You know what, though?
Yeah, you're a pretty jittery guy.
Yeah, just naturally. So when I do coffee, it's like someone just gave me crack. It's way bad. It's not cool.
Don't do crack, kids.
Yeah, don't do crack.
And instead of crack, just pop open a Red Bull. I have 2 Red Bulls right here.
Yeah, it's too many.
I'm gonna chug one.
Why?
I told you.
Because you think it'll make
no droll. So I can be quick, fast, and snappy like a snake. And the second one is in case the first one the effect, because I have a lot of caffeine. If there's anything I'm addicted to, it's caffeine.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how many milligrams a day you think you're intaking?
Man.
Yeah.
So
coffee every morning.
So how many milligrams is this?
I think Red the standard Bull? Service is 80.
It's 250. Wait, hold on, shit. It's this Red Bull is is, I can't say.
80 milligrams of caffeine.
80 milligrams?
Yeah.
I probably have maybe 2 of these in a day.
So
Not
that's
right after each
160 right there.
Yeah. When I used to work at Panera, they had these energized coffees or these energized lemonades.
I've heard about these with like 250 milligrams.
300.
Oh my
300
God.
even.
That's...
I used to get a 30 ounce of that, maybe 2 of those, and I'd just be fucking shifting through walls, seeing between dimensions and shit.
You became a vibrate. You vibrated your molecule so hard that you became one with the universe.
I began to ascend to a greater plane of existence. Mentally, though.
That's good. Physically, I would like you to stay here.
Yeah, physically, I'm trapped.
Yeah. Physically, I cannot escape.
I'm trapped until this mortal body gives out.
Yeah, and then you can vibrate wherever you want to vibrate.
Would you like to start so this week?
Yes.
This week's current tangent is video games, since we can talk endlessly about video games.
Ad nauseum, to the point where my family doesn't want to see me anymore.
Would you like to set us up while I chug this Red Bull?
Yeah, all right. So basically we're going to be doing a topic every week, just kind of sticking on the topic. We'll tangent around it, of course. We'll jump around a little bit, but we always want to have something to come back to keep the conversation consistent and on track, because we will both never come back to what we were originally saying. That said, there's a lot of stuff going on. That was beautiful. Is that all gone, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of impressive. That's a lot of carbonation used into it.
Yeah.
Man.
It kind of hurt.
Are you a since we're on video games, are you a drink a Red Bull before you play to get all amped up kind of guy, or do you just like when you play video games you just
No, I take 5 hits of a stizzy and then I hop on to whatever I'm in. But I noticed with like fighting games I can't do that
because it'll dull your reflexes, man.
Yeah, it dulls my reflexes and it makes my inputs all goofy and dumb. So like, I'll be trying to attack someone, and then I'll just throw out a random punch. I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to do, and then I'll lose a match.
Fair. I mean, you play a lot more fighting games than I do. I cannot play a fighting game even sober. Like when I'm completely level-headed and clear, I can't. My fingers, I'm not good at them.
You know what it's like? It's like playing a guitar. You know,
like you got to learn the chords, and then once you get
the feel in your hands down, it'll never. You might drop inputs, which I do often.
That's when you go to put in. You start a pattern and you drop it before finishing it.
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Mm-hmm. Like I'll miss something, but you just have to. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the hand feel. I understand that
you got to have good hand feel really in anything you do in life.
Oh yeah, that
nice
Red
table,
Bull,
hand feel.
This Red Bull's kicking in.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous.
There's the second one here.
I was thinking about opening it and taking some sips.
Here you go, dude.
I'll finish it.
I got two. Go ahead.
You know what? Let's be on crack today.
It's crack day.
You know what though? I will say this. I do enjoy a good fighting game from time to time, but I can only play them like we'll play them together, and I can only play them for a limited time before I start to get frustrated with the other person. And I know it's not their fault. I'm just bad, but I start to get frustrated. I'm like, this is your fault. It's not your fault.
The one time, the first time I brought a fighting game over, it was Street Fighter Third Strike, and I can't. I'm trying to burp, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I remember beating you a couple of times and then beginning to feel bad. And then I was like, we can stop at any time. And you're like, no, keep going.
Well, because I also grew up in a house where we played Smash Brothers. Like, everybody would go, like all the adults, and at a certain point, me, because I grew up in a bad house, we would all go get drunk on the back porch and then come in and play Smash Brothers. And every time it would just be my stepdad or my brother Alex, and they would just annihilate us, and you would get no option but to lose. And if you wanted to keep playing, you just had to keep losing. And so I got to the point where I would just play through the losses.
Yeah, me.
I mean, it helps you get better, but
two things. Me and the homies also used to play Smash damn near every day for a couple hours. Smash Melee. I don't know if it's the best.
Fire.
I don't know if it's the best Smash.
Definitely fire though.
I do enjoy the new one a lot.
Yeah, I like Ultimate.
Only because a lot more characters. And Corinth.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some Corinth. My little dragon girl.
The little dragon girl.
A little dragon girl with a spear and a counter. Any character that has a counter, I'm in.
Fair.
I want you to regret hitting me.
Yeah.
I want you to be a little angry.
You know what I didn't like when I was younger? Since we're on counters, every time someone would use a counter, everyone will go, "What the fuck was that? You can't use counters."
See,
but I'm like, they're in the game.
That's why
they're right there.
I have this friend who has that opinion where if I hit him with a counter, because he's better than me.
Mm-hmm.
of all my of anyone I know, I'm not good at Smash.
Like rated, you're like
I'm if all my friends are up here, I'm raising my hand up high. I'm down here. My hand's on my bed. I'm not. I'm better than some people, but with people who like play.
yeah. That's why I keep a girlfriend around who plays video games a little bit, and then I can be like, well, she plays, but like I'm better. She doesn't play.
I think fighting games are they're a new love for me.
Okay.
Only because like now after doing comedy for so long, I'm used to sucking at something at first, but like getting better at comedy, I'm like, oh, I can get better at anything.
Yeah, I mean, I had that feeling. So like, everyone keeps asking me what happened to my eye, which for the viewers, I have this giant popped blood vessel in my right eye, and I think some in my left.
You should see the other guy.
Oh, the other guy's a trumpet, and no, I got the trumpet, and I was really bad at it, and I was like, but I'm starting to get better, and it's that feeling of doing something you're bad at and just improving every time. And there are a lot of games that are like that, like video game wise. Fighting games are a big one, but like competitive shooters, like I was hooked on a.
Goodness.
Oh, you want to hear the game I spent the most money on in my entire life?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Was it? Can I have two guesses?
You can have as many guesses as you want.
Was it CS:GO?
No, but it's close. A game like that.
Was it one of the Call of Duties?
No.
No.
It's a Rainbow Six game.
Oh, Siege?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought the base game, and then I bought like every character that came out. I just bought it. I was like, I'm not gonna wait for this, and I spent maybe around like $400-$500 on that game because I would buy packs all the time, and I was like, I want all the cool cosmetics and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in years. But like a game like that where like every time you go in and you play a new match, you get better and better, and you see your gunplay improving. That's like a really satisfying feeling. And I think people who say that when you play video games you don't it doesn't, you're dumb. You're not smart. It makes your brain go.
Makes my brain feel soft sometimes.
Yeah, if you do it too much. Like if I'm playing a mindless game like Minecraft or something, my brain will go soft.
That's what those are for, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
They're kind of just for you to like, let me turn my brain off. Let me go third grade mode and then just build some crazy shit. Let me build a robot out of redstone that moves.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that.
I just said some shit. You probably could do it.
Ooh. But you said fighting games are a new love because of that feeling of getting better?
Yeah, and there's nothing like learning a combo and then doing it mid-match. And then once you do it enough time, that person gets salty and quits.
You're like,
it's like killing it on stage. Making someone rage quit a game. Like when you can tell they pull the plug because it just says error code, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like making the next guy who has to follow you be like, this is some bullshit right now.
Yeah.
That's the best feeling.
It's the feeling when someone murders on stage and then you're just standing there and then they introduce you and you're like, oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm dead in the water.
I get that feeling a lot. But then you persevere through that and you become better.
And that's the moral of fighting games.
Yeah. They are really to teach you.
And you brought up something, the whole money aspect. You spent, do you agree with the monetization, how video games are getting? I'm going to lay it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm jealous. Don't go ahead. No, go ahead.
I need to counteract this Red Bull.
It's too much. I know you did chug that real fast.
I kind of surprised myself.
I respect the commitment. I'm scared for you. No,
we'll see.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money, and I think that it is kind of messed up that you buy a full $60, $70 now for new like next gen games.
Ugh.
And they're still like, we're gonna put like a battle pass in there, like Diablo. I bought Diablo for full price, and you don't need the cosmetic stuff. Yeah. But I'm the kind of person where I'm very easily suckered into things because I like stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, of course I'm gonna spend $25 on this horse, and
is that why you have the ghost horse?
No, the ghost horse I earned.
Okay.
I earned the ghost horse. So in the game you can do, there's like Legion events when you beat the game, and you just farm those and you get a ghost horse eventually. No, the cool like horse armor and stuff that I have, I bought that. And that was like $25 for some horse armor. It doesn't do anything. It's just cool looking.
And it was $25?
It was like $15, but I bought $25 worth of coins because I figured, well, I'm going to be spending $15. Might as well get a little extra in case something else comes along that I want. But I'm one of those people. I don't think it's a bad thing for free-to-play games.
Yeah, with free-to-play games like Warframe, it makes sense because, like, make your money.
Yeah. But like, when I spend, like, $70, I don't want to have to pay to access other stuff. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to.
I'm going to say if a game has a battle pass, it's not a good game.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Except maybe Diablo, but I've been cruising on their subreddit a lot, and a lot of people don't like Diablo 4.
Yeah, a lot of people are not fans. It's because, because I've played a lot of Diablo 4. I know you just started playing it a little bit, but I have some opinions. So
Yeah, shoot.
The problem that a lot of people are having with Diablo 4 is they feel like there's not enough end game content. This stuff is blah 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 and schmeek and schmay and so. Like,
aren't there like a bunch of different world tiers though?
There's a bunch of different world tiers, and as you level up, like, new stuff becomes available. But I think the real issue that Diablo is having is they have end game activities, like stuff to farm for XP, but I think there's not a big enough variety. There's like 4 or 5 different things you can kind of do, but I think people, because in like MMO days, like World of Warcraft, when you were like level 70, there's still a bunch of stuff you could do, quests and dungeons and arenas, and I think just there's a weird thing right now in Diablo where it feels like nothing is new, and I think that's why the seasons are going to be beneficial, but it has its flaws. Also, the way leveling works kind of is dumb in my opinion. There's like between certain ranges of power level for like items, like on the item it'll say so power level. It'll only drop within like a certain radius for each power level, and it doesn't buff, like it doesn't, all that happens is the armor gets stronger, the actual percentages on the weapons don't get stronger, and I think that's an issue. I think if the higher level you got, the more percentages of like damage increase was able to drop on a legendary, I think that would improve some stuff. But there's a lot of, I still like the game. Personally, I give the game like a good 8 out of 10 on the James scale. It's a good 8 out of 10. That's a fun game, but it has issues.
My only beef with Diablo and any game like Diablo where it's one of those games where I kill things, get stronger, and then weapons drop like a looter.
Yeah, it's like a looter almost.
Like my problem with Diablo 4 and then also Borderlands 3 is that the legendaries, it feels like they drop too frequently. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. I want my legendaries to be nice and special and like, ooh, what is this? What does this do? This is a cool little staff.
And sometimes, I'll be honest, a lot of them feel underwhelming in Diablo right now. Like, there's a lightning thing where it allows your chain lightning to chain like an extra 2 times. But that's like, I can already chain 4 times, so what, now I can chain 6 times? I want to be able to chain 35 times. I want to be able to chain the whole screen, but you can't do that. They're kind of limiting the crazy awesome power that people could have.
There's a gun in Borderlands 3 where if you kill an enemy with it, they become a little volcano. And then it sprouts this magma stuff that like shoots off and kills other people. And cool. Then they also become volcanoes.
That's cool.
So you have a bunch of little volcanoes like cracking off. Yeah. And that was cool. But I got that like 3 times. From random ass enemies.
Did it get stronger every time you got it because you were a higher level, or was it all about the same?
Yeah, it was the same thing though. But because like for like a reference, Borderlands 2, it was perfect game.
That game was great.
Borderlands 2 is a perfect game. Sure. I can tell you which bosses drop which guns because the guns only dropped from those bosses.
Yeah, it was like a set loot. You had to grind for them.
The bitch dropped from the bunker, right?
Yeah.
The bitch dropped from the bunker. It's an awesome weapon.
Yeah.
The Infinity Pistol dropped from Doc. Like those weapons were important and they were cool because they only dropped from specific guys. But if I can kill some random villager and then get the fucking Krakatoa,
yeah,
I don't want it.
Like, all you have to do is just keep killing stuff, and eventually you'll get a thing.
The first time I got the conference call, I was like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. This is great. That one dropped from the Warrior, I think.
Oh, the Vault Warrior?
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Borderlands 2 way more than I for sure liked Borderlands 3. I mean, Borderlands 3 was cool. I liked that you got to go to different planets and stuff. Yeah. But I think the story lagged, and I think genuinely the guns were just, like you said, not as cool, but also a lot of them... how could I say, no work so good.
Yeah, they don't work so good. The villains also suck.
Oh yeah, I hated them.
They're little streamer kids.
Me and Ashley were like replaying it before I like started playing other shit. We were playing it together, and it's like, make sure to like, comment, and obey. And I'm like, if I met that person in real life, you know, I would punch them in the face and they would collapse, they would crumble.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but that that shtick would probably work with like a really hot girl.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like if Amaranth
Oh my
started,
God.
like subscribe and obey, they'd be like, yes, kitten,
I
yes.
will obey. Yes, kitten. Yeah, no, there's definitely like a weird thing on the internet where they like, because a lot of people liked them and all those people were wrong.
Like what?
Like the villains from Borderlands 3.
They were so bad, and their boss fight was terrible. They were just running at you, flinging shit at you, and you just shoot them a bunch, and then they just die.
Yeah, there were like 3 cool boss fights in that game, maybe.
I couldn't tell you one, to be honest with you.
The only one I remember is the one where you fight like the crazy cool, like you're like, it almost looks like a twisted metal thing that's like driving through the desert, and you're in your car and you have to like take it down and get onto it.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one that I thought was cool. The rest of them, I was like, this is...
Was that the Penn and Teller boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the Penn and Teller boss.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think looters are like real fun if you just do them right. That's one. I don't know. I think what's another looter?
Destiny 2 is a looter shooter. Destiny, we've got Diablo, Destiny, Borderlands. I mean, there's like a couple of them. The Division is technically a looter shooter.
That was fun for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I played it until I was like level 30, and I was like, okay, well, that's it.
Yeah, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, cool. I hide behind the cover. I do the shooty. I remember. Oh, this is crazy to think about. I unlocked a new memory right now. I remember when I was like 14, something like that, when the first Division came out. I did a review of the beta.
Yeah.
And it was actually really good. It got like 300 views and stuff for my first video. And someone went, "This guy's really good. I hope he keeps making videos." And I was like,
Never made another
I was like,
one.
nope.
Was it like you just put your phone on the...
No, I actually like got a capture card and was like, I did it.
Okay.
But then I just didn't do it no more.
You could have had a career. You could have been...
I could have.
What's that fucking guy's name? The skinny one that talks like this. You know what I'm talking about? The long hair?
Oh, Dr. Disrespect?
No, not Dr. Disrespect. Fuck it. I don't know.
Dr. Disrespect is a character. Do you know who that is?
I know who Dr. Disrespect is.
I've got a Lamborghini. All of this is real.
He doesn't.
No, is that not a Lambo? Some other car in a car.
He's actually making a video game now.
Yeah, I heard.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but he knows video games, so.
I am concerned about the rise of content creators making games and thinking that it's like, because of course a lot of content creators kind of know what people want, but I don't think that necessarily gives you the skill set to make a game, because it takes a lot to make a game.
I'm pretty sure that they're just gonna be like a figurehead, or just like, hey, I'm making this game. I'm helping out. I'm the guy.
Kind of like Keanu was for Cyberpunk, where they're like, look who we have in the thing.
Yeah.
His side's so big.
I didn't buy Cyberpunk because I was a huge Keanu fan.
I love Keanu, but I bought it for separate reasons.
I bought it so I can be a cool guy in a Cyberpunk universe, shooting, running around, picking up cool stuff, getting cybernetics. Did I get that? Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But Phantom Liberty is coming out, and you got a next-gen console-ish now.
Yeah.
How can I ask you, how do you feel, because you've had this Series X for like a month now?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it thus far in your experience? Or
great.
Series S?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah?
It's not the X. It's the little version.
Yeah. It's the Series X is the big guy, and the S is the little guy.
But I think the fact that I can stream PC games onto the Xbox,
Which I didn't know you could do.
and I can hook up a keyboard and mouse up to it, so I can play it like it's a little PC.
Do you have to have a computer that can run the games in order to stream them?
I don't need a computer.
What do you mean?
I just open up the browser on there, and then I just click it, and then it streams. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Science?
Dude.
And then as long as you have a keyboard and mouse plugged in, you can...
I mean, technically, you don't have to have one. You can use it with a controller. Some
Sorry.
games don't recognize the controller as an input because they only have the keyboard settings. but the browser on there, it automatically counts it as a keyboard. So
Oh, I'm sorry, big eyes. What? Like my eyes are all big because like I didn't know you could do that.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Your big eyes is kind of freaking me out just
My
because your eye looks like you got dusted in a fight.
Dude, it fucking...
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. I have been getting weird headaches though.
That might be unrelated.
Yeah, no, it doesn't hurt, but it just it's noticeable to the point where like I'm kind of embarrassed about it.
Don't be embarrassed, but just don't make wide eyes at me.
Fair. You're like, don't freak me out, dude. It does look like I have like, it does look like, you know how like villains in movies will have like the regular eye with like the red white cornea. I look like that.
Yeah. Have you ever seen what's that one Johnny Depp movie about Hunter S. Thompson? Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's about Hunter S. Thompson?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Oh, this is a real bad... Ashley's going to kill me for saying this in public. I've only watched the first 30 minutes of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and anytime someone goes, have you seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? I go, love that movie.
Yeah. I mean, really, the first 30 minutes is kind of what the rest of the movie is.
Just weird and trippy.
Just
and
tripping the fuck out.
like, what is even happening? Is there a plot to it?
The plot is that it's based on a book he actually wrote that's sort of autobiographical with a few liberties taken, where he's supposed to be going to a motorcycle rally in Las Vegas, but he just brings his lawyer with him, and they get fucking shredded off of millions of drugs. And that's the whole thing.
What a story.
Yeah, and then he doesn't actually write anything about the motorcycle rally because he's too fucked up.
Did Hunter S. Thompson do Madrugas?
Oh yeah, that was his thing.
What else did Hunter S. Thompson write? Because I don't know who this is now. Now that I think about it.
He wrote a book about the Hells Angels.
Okay.
But they were also very upset about it with him.
Yeah, they're not the kind of guys who... We love the Hells Angels.
Do we?
Well, I don't want to say bad stuff about them. They scare me. I'm Jewish.
I don't think... No, they're not. I think those are the ones that beat up the racists.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong.
Well, then I definitely love the Hells Angels.
Let's... Hunter... Because he wrote a couple different things. He's the guy who invented gonzo journalism, which is basically just like, here's my perspective on this thing.
So you mean not real journalism?
Yeah, he's the reason everyone in journalism today has their fucking job.
I like his cool... I like his cool hat and sunglasses.
Yeah, he's a character. Yeah, notable works, Hell's Angels,
Biography of Gonzo, The Life and Work. Okay, yeah, so he's a writer guy.
He's a writer guy, but he was also a wild man.
I gotta respect a wild writer guy. I mean, it's the same reason why you like that. What's that one guy?
Charles Bukowski?
Bukowski for sure was just a madman, just a wild guy.
Also a very wild dude.
Dude, some of his books, you read them and you go, what is happening? Just crazy streams of consciousness about people being racist in bars.
Love is a Dog from Hell was when I read that when I was like 18, 19, I was like, fuck, this guy's spitting right now.
Dude, to be young, angsty, and reading Bukowski.
Yeah, I could tell you, I don't know if it helped me develop as a person, but it definitely gave me a perspective on dudes.
It's like when you're 8 and you watch a Twisted Metal Black cutscene and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, this I shouldn't be reading this right now because he's talking about his experiences with women and things, and I have no frame of reference for that.
The best is, did you ever play, what was that game? There was some game that came out, it was like called like Manhunt or something.
I know what it is.
The one where you just run around and kill people.
Yeah, the type of video games moms actually don't want you to play. Yeah, that's what people who don't play video games think video games mostly are.
Yeah, just add in a couple N-words and that's a Bukowski novel.
Yeah, kind of. They just run around and he has a really cool poem called Style that kind of became my life philosophy for a while. But
see, Bukowski I wasn't thinking of Bukowski. He's another guy. He was a big drinker.
Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah. Love me some Hemingway. Never read a single thing by him. Love him though.
Yeah, I don't know what he's fucking done. But...
Can I be honest with you? Reading is sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I wasn't even talking.
My bad. Oh, you were though.
Was I?
Probably.
Dude.
No, the reading thing is why I can't play some RPGs, like some like what are they called, JRPGs, like I'll play Persona, but I'll play like the first 8 chapters. I'm like, this is too much reading.
Oh man, just have them talk. Just put the voice lines on and they'll talk to you.
Really? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, they're talking almost the whole time. Of course, you're gonna have to sit there and listen to them talk, but honestly, I think RPGs, specifically JRPGs, are some of my favorite video games. Just because I'm like, this is an engaging story. I'm playing a lot less of them because fighting games exist.
Did you like old Final Fantasy?
No, fucking hated it.
What about new Final Fantasy?
It's cool. I started liking Final Fantasy around 13.
13's a good one.
That's
with
when
lightning and everything.
that's when people stopped liking Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
so.
that's when your summons were 2 motorcycle chicks that turned into crazy robot ladies.
And I fucking loved it, dude.
Yeah, they were cool. I wanted them to kiss.
Having lightning jump around and do her thing, and having what was his fucking name?
Sid. Sorry, there's one.
No,
of
not
those.
Sid.
Every game there's a Sid.
The blonde kid. The blonde Hope. He was a guy in there. And then the paradigm system.
Oh yeah.
So good.
You know, did you ever play 10?
Which fucking guy was in that one? Squall?
That's not Shulk.
No, Shulk is from another.
That's from
game.
Xenoblade. I don't remember his name, but that's the one with the crazy sphere ball thing where they play whatever that sport is inside of the crazy floating dome.
That's the one with Titus.
Yes.
Titus.
Yes. I hated that game. I hated the main character so much. I don't care to remember his name because all he did was complain and whine.
Never played it. I couldn't tell you.
No.
What are your favorite genres?
Genres? RPGs for sure, like Skyrim type stuff. Like I love Bethesda games for sure. So RPGs, shooters. I love shooters. I enjoy a good like puzzle game from time to time.
Puzzle game.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be whipping out the what's that one that they recently made? Not the Watcher.
Brainiac?
No, that's trivia.
Scribblenauts?
I'm sorry. Did you say we're gonna play Pop Tropica? No, not Pop Tropica.
I love Pop Tropica though.
Yeah, you know what that is?
I know what Pop Tropica is.
Oh, we'll tangent on that in a second. I'm trying to remember the game. No, let's do Pop Tropica because did you know people from the 90s don't know what Pop Tropica is?
Yeah, I only know Pop Tropica from elementary school.
Yeah, that was the game to play in the computer time.
I think what was your favorite island on there? Because there was
I would go to the superhero island and get all the superhero stuff, dude. It was the best, and then you could fly around and super punch people.
I think that was the best. Once they started putting all the crazy islands on there, like Spy Island.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Dude. Shout out Pop Tropica. If you know what Pop Tropica is, and we know that you do.
I could play it right now.
Could you? Did that game? Oh my god, it still exists.
It still exists, dude. People are still doing it.
Yo, shout out everybody! Meet up in Pop Tropica.
Let's drop in Pop Tropica right now.
Can you do that while we're recording?
Let me see if I can start streaming it, because that'd be kind of fun. I bet I could. Browser. Okay.
Good fart. Solid fart.
Yeah, this Red Bull is really really playing havoc in my colon right now.
Come on, Pop Tropica, come in.
Well, computer's doing a lot of things, and I don't know if we're still recording.
Well, we're gonna pretend like we are until we know we're not.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, this computer's old.
That's all right. We'll give it time. Pop Tropica was great. You know what else was great is Armor Games. Did you ever go to Armor Games? Armor Games or something like that. It was like a Flash Player Unity Games website thing, and they had a game called Stick War on there. You ever play Stick War?
Was that the one where you're kind of making dudes fight?
Yeah, it's like turn-based. You play against somebody, and they have stick dudes, and you have stick dudes, and you shoot each other and stuff.
And there's like, did units have like spears?
Yeah, spears and bows and stuff. That game was lit. I can't tell you how many times I made people upset. Is it working?
I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous.
I think you might have broke it. We need to build like a big, beefy like streaming laptop, and just bring that with us wherever we go, and have that like as the streaming setup. The laptop. I gotta get one of those crane arm thingies you got. I like that.
Yeah, this is the mic arm thing. Yes, it's nice.
What does it say? The MGSJPEG. Damn, you're full wheel of death, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna just exit out of that.
Does Mac have Control Alt Delete?
It has an equivalent.
Hello, Pepe.
Come here. Oh.
Did it work? Is it working?
Things are happening.
We're on the move.
Oh.
We're on the move again. Still freaking out.
It's
processing. Well, we'd like to take this time to thank our sponsor, made up sponsor. Oh man,
okay, it's trying to do something.
How old is this? a computer.
This is an Mac from 2010, maybe?
Jeez, could you play World of Warcraft on this?
Probably not.
Wow.
Maybe.
It's like it's from the future. Okay, it looks like it's back because I can see my mic thing moving. Let's see if we're still recording. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still
Oh
recording.
man, dude.
I think we lost a little bit.
What a
but-
save. I'll take it. It's okay if we lost a little bit. Pop Tropica did not work as planned.
No, Pop Tropica almost destroyed my computer.
I didn't know Pop Tropica was that CPU intensive, dude.
Yeah, my shit was shitting itself.
Yeah, they got 4K graphics on Pop Tropica.
Imagine.
Imagine.
I could probably play Pop Tropica on my Xbox.
That'd
You
be.
could probably play Pop Tropica on your Xbox.
Oh my god. Meet up in Pop Tropica townspeople, citizens. We should.
Says drop in Pop Tropica.
I would love to have like a what's those things people use to we should start like a
Discord?
something like that, yeah, for the townspeople, for the citizens.
I think we need more citizens.
Well,
But I like this idea. Let's bookmark it.
let's come back to it.
Let's come back to that idea, yeah?
Speaking of social things in games, I think too many games are trying to focus. I don't like. There's some single player games that are coming out now that are really fun, but I think too many games for a while, game companies have been focused on making things multiplayer and kind of able to cash in on that, like that microtransaction stuff that we were talking about earlier. Like I'm sick of like every game that comes out there like, by the way, there's an online feature that you can play with your friends, and I'm like, I don't always want to play with my friends.
Yeah, if it doesn't make sense for the game, I don't think it should be in there. But like if you're gonna make a multiplayer game, make it just multiplayer. That's my hot take. If we're gonna put multiplayer in a game, just make it multiplayer. Keep them separate for now.
Or have it two totally separate game modes.
Yeah.
Like, you ever play BioShock?
Which one?
Any of them.
I played Infinite.
Okay. You never played the first two?
No,
Oh, you love the first two. Very
too
good.
nasty.
Really?
I don't like how they look.
Really?
I'm a big look-see guy, and there's something about those little girls with the fat eyes.
Yeah.
And they talk like.
So good, dude. It's creepy.
I like the lore. A man, something, a slave obeys. That's cool.
Okay.
I
think this is surprising coming from you.
Yeah, I know a fair bit of things about BioShock and slavery, but
I just, I liked those games because they were creepy and horrible. My point is when they made BioShock, there was the main single-player story mission campaign thing. And then in the second one, I think it was, they made an online mode. And the online mode incorporated a lot of the stuff from the story. But it was essentially like a totally it was separate game mode. Nothing progressed for either one. And it was good because they took their time on the multiplayer and on the story. But now I feel like it's either or. They're either going to spend a lot of time on this or a lot of time on that. And I think if you're going to do that, like you said, you're right. Just make it the one thing.
I want to amend that point. Just put it in a game that makes sense. Like this new game that's coming out that I'm particularly excited for, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
You know what Baldur's Gate is?
Well, I love Baldur's Gate.
So that one's Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna have a multiplayer, and it makes sense because you play D&D with other people.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a great. There's this thing you can do that the developers are talking about, that if you and your friends are halfling barbarians, the little people, you can kind of just throw each other around.
That's pretty awesome.
And so if you're in rage mode, you can just fucking throw your little ball of rage at someone, and then shit will happen.
Awesome.
I'm very excited for it because
I mean, the original two Baldur's Gates were super fun. Those were like GameCube days, though.
never played them.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like something I'd love to play,
They're fun.
those were BioWare, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, anything BioWare touched before Mass Effect Andromeda, loved it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. after
Mass Effect Andromeda is a silly game.
After Mass Effect Andromeda, I pledged that I would never buy another EA game until another Mass Effect came out.
Wow, I wish I had that commitment.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I like it, I'll put my money in it.
Because I played all the way through Andromeda. I think I platinumed it too.
Wow.
I platinumed Andromeda, and then I was like, because with Mass Effect games, I like to play it like a couple times just so I can see all the stuff.
Yeah, because they all have different stories that can happen and save these people.
And then I was like, okay, let me just let me go back for a second playthrough. And in the first 10 minutes, I was like, this is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
This is terrible. Why did I like this? Why did I platinum it?
Sometimes, why did I platinum it? I've never platinumed a game. I'm not a trophy guy.
I'm only a trophy guy when I really like the game. I've only platinumed like a couple
It's
games.
fair. Did you platinum Red Dead 2?
Fuck no. Because in Red Dead 2, to get the platinum, don't you have to do like gambling things?
I don't know.
Because I think one of them is like you have to have a full house in poker, which is like how do you do that without mods or something?
Well, you just draw the cards.
But that's all RNG, and I don't like that for a team.
What does RNG mean again?
Random
Number generator.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and that I don't fuck. The Red Deads are notoriously hard to platinum just because they have those poker ones. But Ghost of Tsushima I platinumed.
Oh, that's a good one. I never beat it. Was it good?
Goodness, yes. Beautiful. It was so good. I loved. You didn't beat it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I got maybe halfway through. It was a beautiful game.
I'm surprised it ran because I only had. Well, at the time the PS5 wasn't out, and I only had the first generation PS4. I'm surprised my PS4 ran quietly and smoothly, and the game looked amazing.
It was well optimized, I believe, was the thing. That's the problem with a lot of new games too. They're not optimized well.
Yeah.
Just junk and optimization.
I mean, granted, because I don't run into optimization problems because I'm on console most of the time, but I know...
You will with your S, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of people who say that the S, even though they'll put the game on there, it's poorly optimized compared to like the Series X and PS5 because it has less hardware. So the limitations are so they'll do stuff and that'll make it buggy and stuff like that because it's harder to optimize.
Yeah, I know on Baldur's Gate 3 it's coming out on PS. It was supposed to come out on all consoles, but they had to push back the Xbox version
because of this.
Because the goddamn S.
You know what I would be happy with? I would be happy if they said, because right now I'm out of breath for some reason. That Red Bull's getting to me. My heart is jittery.
I'm chilling.
Yeah,
this is every day, baby.
The high wore off for you. I heard that the way it works right now is everything that releases on the Xbox Series X and S has to have mirror features. The graphics don't have to be the same, but they have to have all of the same content. So if something is really CPU intensive or console intensive because of the gameplay and not just the graphics, then it's going to be harder to optimize and harder to release. And I hear that's what's happening with Baldur's Gate is they can dumb down the graphics, but it's like just the game itself, all of the shit that goes on in it, the way the systems are made up, it's hard to optimize for the Series S because of the hardware limitations.
Why Xbox? Just why couldn't you have just put out a console? Because I would have bought an Xbox eventually. Because I think Xbox is the better console right now. I said it.
Yeah,
I said it.
Yeah.
I think Xbox, even over PC, I said it.
What?
Because PC, half your games don't work when they come out.
It's true.
That's a fact.
Fact.
PS5, you don't have Game Pass. That's a fact.
Yeah, they have a PlayStation Plus Extra, but you don't get everything with day one. Starfield, day one. Can we talk? Day one, the Game Pass.
Starfield day one on Game Pass. No one can beat that. PS5 has their little streaming service where it's kind of like Game Pass. There's no day one releases.
Not any of them.
They can't. They tried.
No.
They're like, hey, let's just put out this Game Pass competitor so we can just compete. And that sucks.
Yeah, but see, the problem that the thing is Sony has such like a market dominance because they sell worldwide and blah blah blah, and they have more consoles, blah blah blah.
And Japanese people don't like Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, they're having big trouble over there.
Well, it makes sense. It's a very American console.
Yeah.
And I will say this: it does disappoint me that PlayStation has the pressure adaptive triggers for the PS5, and all we have is rumble triggers on the Xbox. But I'm okay with that. I don't need my console to feel like I'm pushing in like.
I don't need to feel the rain in my fingers, bro.
No.
Just give me good. Not even honestly, I don't even give a shit about graphics. Just give me cool games.
Lately,
that's all I want.
I usually don't care about graphics, but lately, been a little bit of a graphics snob.
Really?
Yeah, I'm buying a 4K TV, man. Because you know what the thing is I bought a Series X because I wanted higher quality, better picture, better frame rate, all that stuff. And then the only way to get it really is to have a better TV. So I spent the money finally to get a 4K TV. It hasn't come yet, but like I was like, you know what, I might as well upgrade to the thing that's going to give me the most out of the console that I paid for, you know? It was an extra like $450, but worth it.
I mean, considering 4K, I feel like that's pretty cheap for a TV.
Here's the thing I didn't know. So because I was looking it up, I was like, best things for, and everyone goes, go OLED. It's better for your console, go OLED. It's better for playing in the dark and blah, blah, blah. But I bought a QLED, and it was half the price of an OLED. But that's because QLEDs don't sell, because people don't like QLEDs. Because what it is OLED is a different system, like a different back panel than QLED. And apparently QLEDs are good for bright rooms or rooms with a lot of glare. But otherwise, they kind of like, people are like, the images are different and blah, blah, blah. I don't see a difference like when I look at them. But I also have a lot of glare in my living room, so I was like, I made the wrong choice, but I guess I made the right choice in the end. But that's why it was so cheap.
Honestly, with stuff like image quality and and frame rate, I couldn't give less of a shit about frame rate, to be honest with you. Don't care about frame rate at all. As long as the game looks cool, like if the game has a cool art style, like Ghost of Tsushima, where like, sure, it looks, the graphic fidelity is really nice, but just how things were like, I guess, drawn or whatever, it looks just good.
Yeah, the way the models are and everything. Yeah. It does look great. The way the wind moves in that game when you swipe the little touchpad.
What? Art style versus graphics. I'm choosing art style every time.
Fair. Excuse me.
I love... God damn it. Are you excited for any other games coming out?
So Starfield I'm excited for. There were a couple that I was excited for, but they already came out and they ended up being okay. I was excited for Hogwarts. I bought that. It was cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
I like it. I haven't finished it yet because I'm waiting for the 4K TV to finish it. But from what I've played of it, I got a pretty decent ways into it, and I like it. I think the open world is a little so-so. But generally speaking, I think it's a good, fun game. The combat is really fun. The way the wizarding stuff works is really good. I think it's a good game.
Are you a Harry Potter adult?
I'm not a Harry Potter. I loved Harry Potter when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched the movies in a while, and I'll tell you what, I would never be caught dead wearing a house robe out in public.
If you do, you're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, dude. It's like what are you gonna do? Star Trek next? You fucking nerd.
Yeah, listen, you can like whatever you like.
Well,
I just don't want to see it. Don't come around me with your Wingardium Leviosas and your what's that shit called? Stupendous, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't want it.
Stupendify.
What? Stupefy. There we go.
Stupendous is great.
I don't even fucking know what it's called.
Oh, I forget who it was. I was talking to somebody, and they were watching the Harry Potter movies for the first time, and they're like, I don't like this Snap character.
Snap?
Yeah, Professor Cerberus Snap, he called him.
Oh, yeah.
Snape.
He's cool, I guess. I don't really know any of the characters like that. I know Ron, Harry, and Hermione.
Yeah, no, I'm not a Harry Potter adult. I wouldn't say I am a Harry Potter fan, but like it's like Disney adults. I think you're weird unless you have kids. I don't get people who are like obsessed with every new Disney movie that comes out but don't have children.
If it's old school Disney, I get it, because like,
nostalgia.
you know, that was, nostalgia. Yeah. Maybe the aesthetic is for you.
Yeah.
But also, I don't understand you, because how do you have the fucking money and time to be going to Disneyland all the time?
Yeah, that's a lot, dude.
That's crazy. Unless you get the pass, which I guess makes
Still
sense.
like $300 though.
But I like Six Flags. Yeah. I'm not going to Six Flags every day. No.
It's crazy. It's also crazy the amount of because they bought Star Wars Land.
Well, hold on.
Or they have Star Wars Land now?
I do like the Star Wars Land.
I haven't been. Is it good?
It's because when I went with my family, it was me, my brother, my sister, and we were just like kind of wandering around the park, and then we just stumbled upon the Star Wars Land, and I was like, whoa, that is cool.
That's cool.
And it was just Star Wars in real life. I wanted to do the lightsaber thing where you can make your own lightsaber.
So expensive though, huh?
It's $300. Yeah.
I would spend that money.
I would too. I was going to, but my family was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." But I was like, "I want it.
My
I want the
question
ceremony."
is it a combat ready saber? Can I use it to do combat? because I would spend.
Define combat.
Can if somebody else, like, say I got my $300 saber, and somebody else got their $300 saber, and I was like, you're messing with the wrong Jedi, and they were like, Darkseid, could we like battle with our sabers?
No. Well, actually, you probably could, but there are sabers for that.
Okay.
Those ones are more expensive.
I would get one of those then, because I want to be able to do battle.
Yeah, the ones I'm talking about, the more expensive ones, they also turn on cooler, where it's like the zzz, that thing, and then when you hit them, you know how in the movies they turn kind of yellow, that yellow flash.
Yeah, they had like a light crackle.
When you touch them together.
Yeah, that's cool.
Only when you touch them together. Like if you touch like anything else, it doesn't. But lightsaber on lightsaber, it does the little flash.
I would buy that so bad.
Get ready to shell out $1,000.
Well, no, I have other things. I will wait. You know what? On the note of Star Wars, you know what was a really fun game that I don't think a lot of people played the multiplayer for? Star Wars Force Unleashed.
There was multiplayer for that game?
Yeah, and it was on the Wii, so you were lightsaber battling with the Wii controller. It was actually really fun.
I had the Wii. That was the only version I had too. I don't remember that.
Yeah, you could go and you could do. There was like a multiplayer section, and one of the menus was a little hidden, but you can like go in and click it and do multiplayer, and it was just lightsaber battles, and it was really fun actually. It wasn't like the most hit responsive because it was the Wii, but it was still pretty good and pretty fun. And then the Wii U came out, and Nintendo was like, "Why did we do this?"
Yeah, the Wii U was kind of garbage. I never had one.
My stepdad had one, and it was bad.
That Fisher-Price toy gamepad.
Yeah, dude. It was so big and bulky, and it was heavy.
And then they're like, let's spin back and do the Switch, which I hear is doing great 6 years later.
Yeah, dude. I just recently bought a Switch. I hadn't had a Switch. I bought one recently for Ashley, and it's still a good purchase. Solid purchase.
I don't know how in the world they were able to get Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on there. But I don't know.
Well, first off, they're not running it in insane graphics. The art style, like you said, it's art style over graphics for those games.
Yeah.
But
still, those games are big.
Yeah, those developers who make the Tears of the, they really know how to optimize their game for the console. They're like experts with that hardware at this point. It's crazy. Because the physics engine in Tears of the Kingdom is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Have you played?
No.
You should. If you ever want to fidget, I have it on my Switch, or I can give you the copy. I have the game cartridge. Shout out Melissa and Emmy. Thank you.
I'm not a big fan.
You know what? No, everybody forget what I just said.
Bleep it.
Bleep it. No, I'm kidding. I don't give a shit.
I'm not a big fan of open world games anymore.
Really?
It's just like it's the same shit over again. You go around, you unlock your points. You go around, you do your side quests, and then there's just not really a lot of fun stuff to do.
Nah, yeah, not anymore. You know what I'm not a fan of a game that I think should have been. Did you ever play Jedi Fallen Order?
I played the first couple hours of it, but then when I realized what it was, I was like,
I liked the game.
It was cool.
Yeah, the first one was all story driven. The second one, they tried to do like an open world thing with it, and I was like, this doesn't. Cut that out. Just make it a straightforward game. Like, I still would have played it if it was just a story mode and like some side stuff to do, but you don't have to make it open world. Cut that out.
Give me a semi-open world with like little hubs.
That's kind of what it was.
Little maps.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was.
That's cool. Because then you can do a lot with that because it's just handcrafted. Unless you're gonna handcraft your open world like Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is on sale right now. I might buy that bad boy.
Me and my brothers have been trying to kill a boss. It's very hard.
Well, I will get it and I will level up and we will take him down together.
Fuck leveling up. We'll just bring you into the. Actually, we probably do have to level you up because because it's not a late game. It's probably like more than half. Yeah.
And Elden Ring, shout out to the developers of Elden Ring because there's still people finding out new stuff about that game today. So it's not only handcrafted, but it's expertly handcrafted in a way that's just above and beyond.
And it's their first real open world.
Yeah, because all the other Dark Souls games were pretty linear.
They were pretty linear.
And they were at the very least area based. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
They were kind of open worldish because you can find shortcuts to other areas, but it was mostly just like hubby.
Yeah, it was like this area, fight the things in this area, move on. Mm-hmm. But fucking Elden Ring, dude. So I never got past the first little part in Elden Ring to go to the castle to like the big upper area.
The first part.
You know when you start off, there's that big castle you have to go through and
Yeah.
defeat the dude in the courtyard, and then you unlock the big other section of the map. I never got that far. I Googled the map recently, and I was like, I haven't seen most of this game world because I played it on the PS4, but I never finished it.
Yeah, I think Elden Ring is one of those games where, even if you don't want to like do the main story, the open world is big and vast enough and handcrafted to where there's just like a little bit of everything to do there.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same shit, like the same ish dungeons and shit like that, but I don't mind that.
You know what? And the reason, like, Elden Ring is so good for those reasons. That is the exact same reason why I'm worried for Starfield.
Why?
Because Elden Ring, it's a big map, but it's kind of in a way condensed to like Starfield is space.
Yeah,
and
it's kind of procedural.
Yeah, and I'm worried that there isn't going to be as much care and attention to detail as there is in other Bethesda games or something like Elden Ring.
I think they'll, because Bethesda, they say what you will, their games don't work on launch. The people's faces look like toys smashed in. What else? Say what you will about Bethesda games.
They do have their issues though,
but they're good. They're usually pretty great. People still play Skyrim to this day.
Yeah.
The vanilla version.
Yeah. Ashley's never played it. My girlfriend has never played it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
I sold all my Wii games to get Skyrim.
When it came out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they ended up giving me money.
Wow.
I got like $40.
Dedication, dude.
Yeah, man. I got Skyrim, and oh god, it was the first time I played a game from like 24 hours.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
The longest I've played is maybe like 12 hours lately, and that was when Diablo came out.
Diablo has an open world do they handcraft it, or is that
Actually, I think Diablo has one of the better open worlds in recent games.
Because they got world events.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
handcrafted. There's world events. Everything is like specifically placed and strategically made up. There's like hundreds of dungeons. I think it has a lot there. But that's like I said, this is the reason why I'm worried for Starfield.
I'm not raising
Oh, I
my
thought you were
hand.
raising your hand.
No, I'm not
For the
raising my
audience,
hand.
Jonathan went to stretch his arm, and it looked like he was either raising his hand or doing another sign of a group we're not fans of.
Teacher, do you think Starfield is gonna actually be good, or is it gonna be also broken on launch?
You don't care about frames per second then, huh?
Fuck no.
Okay, so
don't
you're not
give a
worried
shit.
about Starfield being 30 frames. That doesn't make you upset?
No.
Okay.
No, I think if you're worried about frames per second, you're worried about the wrong things, because for one, eventually when 60 frames per second becomes the legit standard, the companies are going to start selling these mediocre trash games at 60, but they're still going to be mediocre and trash, and it's going to be a selling point because people are going to see 60 frames, I'm going to buy that.
Yeah.
It's going to look cool. It's not going to be cool.
Yeah, the game is going to be trash. It'll just look good and run well.
So, name a game that you didn't enjoy.
That I didn't enjoy?
Yeah.
Man, there's so many.
Yeah.
I would say in recent memory, a game I played that I didn't enjoy. Shoot, that's a hard one. Redfall. That was garbage. I played that for like 20 minutes. I was like, this is a bad game. I'm not going to.
Do you think Redfall would have been received better if it was 60 frames per second?
No, absolutely not. I think it was a bad game.
It would have been terrible.
I think, honestly, I think if the game was 30 frames per second, but it was good, I think people wouldn't have really cared. I think you're right.
Bloodborne is an amazing game. It only runs at 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
It's doing just fine.
Yeah.
People are still buying it.
Mm-hmm.
People are still playing it.
Here's what I'll say. If you care about frames per second and you're an average, normal gamer, you're a cuck.
Yeah, you like watching your partner get fucked
Yeah, dude. He said it.
while you play your 60 frames per second
That's
game.
right. But if you're a professional gamer, I understand. Like if you're playing like at a professional level, like CS:GO or something, I guess you need those
Yeah,
frames.
sure.
But nobody other than them is doing that.
Then the 1%?
Yeah, they're the riches and we're the poors. And the poors
the poors get 30 frames per
yes,
second.
and the poor should be happy with that and they should take it in stride.
Hey man, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, dude. I'm one of the poors.
I'm happy with 30 frames per second as long as your game's good.
Yeah.
If I think Baldur's Gate That's the third time I mentioned it.
Yeah, you're excited, dude.
I'm really
There's
excited.
a little excitement in your eyes when you say it.
I don't like playing. I'll take that back. I don't leaving my house to go do something is hard. And so
Relatable.
playing D&D with people, it's a challenge.
Yeah, I want to play D&D with you, by the way.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah, I'll send you the links and everything. I'm gonna start making the world. I'm gonna have Ashley make a character. Liz can join.
Yeah. They said they wanted to play. They've had a curiosity
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
fun. I think we'll have a good time.
But Baldur's Gate 3, let me play D&D by myself.
Yeah, dude, I don't have to deal with other people.
I want to. There's this. Okay, so in Baldur's Gate, you have these characters called origin characters, to where if you don't play as them, they're gonna be your companions in the game. But if you do play as them, you get to basically do their story as.
That's cool.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, they have a preset story, and you get to accompany.
Yeah.
Or
If
do
you
it.
don't play as them, you still get to experience the story, but as like a third person.
Interesting.
But as an origin character, you get to do it in the first person.
So in a way, Origins characters are always going to be the main character of in a sort.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so there's this one origin character. Like, you can't customize the origin characters that much. You can respec them and stuff.
Yeah.
But you can't customize them that much. There's this origin character called the Dark Urge, where you can customize it. You can do whatever you want with it.
the Dark
But the only thing that's set is your story, where you're kind of a serial killer, and you lost your memories, and you have these dark urges, to where if you want to lean into them, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But to resist them, you have to do a dice roll. If you fuck up that dice roll, crazy shit's gonna happen.
That's really interesting. I like that. I like when a game puts that heavy RPG element in there. Another thing, speaking on the note of Baldur's Gate, I heard that they have like over 170 hours of cutscenes because of all the different choices you can make, and they didn't just make it to where it's like, oh, it's kind of a choice. They literally made it to where if you take a choice, it'll change all of the cutscenes for the next like so many hours. And I think that is impressive, and I think that more game companies need to put time and effort into games like that.
It's funny you say that, because a lot of developers are like, please don't think of Baldur's Gate 3 as a standard, because we can't do it.
They're like, stop asking us to do
This is a unicorn. We can't do that.
And that's okay. I think there does need to be one game every so often that, like Skyrim was this game where it's like, oh my god, and it blew everybody's balls off, and then everything kind of sucked after that because everyone was trying to make Skyrim. I think there needs to be a game like that, but I think the games companies need to be like they said, they can't do that. I think they need to address that and make better games just to try to compete, but not the exact same thing.
The people developing Baldur's Gate, they're privately owned, so they can do whatever. They can really do whatever they, and they're self-publishing it too.
That's sick.
So they can do literally whatever they want.
How did they get the rights to it? They bought it?
They asked.
Nice. Hey, can we do this? No, we're not going to do it.
The guy, how he told the story, he was like, I went to them and he was like, we have to do this. We're the people for this. Look at our other game. We kind of did that, but this is it. And they're like, fuck no. And then years later, they gave him the same pitch to be like, hey, you remember this? And he was like, yeah.
Okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And look at it. It's probably going to be one of the best games. And they moved up the date to not compete with Starfield.
Imagine being so confident in your game, you're even like, let's just move it up.
I do think that is impressive, especially in today's standard of delaying a game for years and years and years. They were like, we just do it.
Just do it.
Just Nike it.
It's just do it,
Yeah.
man.
Put my name on that shoe. Come on.
I don't remember any other game that has moved up their date.
In recent memory, not any. Almost
'cause
everything gets delayed.
They're all pussies.
Cowards.
They just want to delay. We want our game to be perfect.
You know what? That was Redfall's issue. They should have released it early.
Get this shit out and just put it under the rug. Do you know what Skull and Bones is?
Yeah, the game that it's supposed to be like a Black Flag but better. That's been delayed for 15 years.
It's never coming out.
Yeah, there's literally people who go, this game isn't real. It's not gonna happen.
The only reason they have to like put it out eventually is because the Singaporean government put money into it, and so they're legally
Did they
obligated.
really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I think just because Ubisoft Singapore is making it, and they asked for a grant and they got it, so
Wow.
they're legally obligated to put it out.
That's crazy.
And it's gonna be terrible.
Or it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be terrible. I promise you.
I think people should just play Sea of Thieves. That's a solid game.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Sea of Thieves.
It's basically just pirating. I do think it's funny that the Singaporean government put money into a pirate game when they spent most of their time trying to eliminate piracy in Singapore. That's just a funny thing I would like to point out.
I didn't know they had a pirate problem.
Yeah. I mean, in Pirates of the Caribbean, how they go to Singapore and there's all those.
Oh.
Yeah, it's literally in real life. There was a bunch of Singapore pirates. There's a bunch of Somali pirates. Those are real things.
Where is Singapore?
Don't ask me. Somewhere near the port of Singa.
I hear it's really nice though.
I hear good things now.
I hear Singapore is a real nice place. We just don't know where you are, and I know the tourism is like G'd up.
Like good?
I think.
I don't know what G'd up means.
Honestly, I didn't know what I meant in that context. I think I just meant good.
Okay, good. How are we doing on time over there?
We are at 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Let's go, dude. That's all. That's a whole episode, basically.
That's a whole episode.
You want to wrap it up?
It's up to you, Mr. Mayor.
Hey, no. I'm giving you the reins today.
Me the reins?
Yeah, you're in command. We're gonna switch off every week.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm scared you're gonna mutiny and kill me.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about in terms of video games?
Mostly, I think I covered everything. I would like to say that Bethesda, if you put out a messed up game in Starfield, I will still love you, and I will play it still. I have too much hope invested in it. I'm overhyped.
I think the thing I'm hyped most about Starfield, because, okay, with RPGs, I don't know why, but if there's a good romance option, if there's romance options, I'm probably going to like it.
I don't know how many there are in Starfield. I think there's only like 3 or 4.
That's fine with me.
You're like, I'm going to fuck those guys.
I'm going to fuck. There's jetpack sex, and you bet your ass I'm going to find out. I'm going to figure out where it is.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, we have a smart house now.
That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, there's a little Alexa computer over there, and there's 2 upstairs.
When you talk to them, do they turn on the lights and stuff?
We don't have the lights yet.
Oh, man.
But we can send messages to everyone. Like, I can go to that and be like, hey, Liz, blah, 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 and then they'll hear it, and then, yeah.
That freaks me out. I don't like that, dude.
Have you ever seen that movie, what is that movie? I think it's called Smart House or something.
Is it a horror movie?
Kind of, yeah. It was on Disney Channel, and they won a contest where they can make their house like a smart house to kind of replace their mom.
Nope.
And they, the whole house was rigged up, and there's like a hologram that looked like a nice house mom woman. And eventually the house did get crazy.
Yeah.
And it tried to kill them. And eventually they turned off the power. But it was really sad because the house was like, I love you. I love you. And then they turned it off. That is sad.
The house had... I'm worried. That's my fear, is that the house is going to grow into... Like, the Alexas are going to grow into the house. Like so. And the emotions are going to... And I don't like that.
How many people do you think are going to fuck their house?
I would.
Where do you put it in?
Probably...
The gutter?
No, dude, I'm just worried about everything becoming Ex Machina, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, honestly, that guy was stupid, though. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Like,
anytime I feel like a robot's trying to get me to like it, I'm like,
I don't trust you.
Take a step back.
That feels racist, Jonathan.
Listen, until there's a precedent for robots not trying to take over our lives, then I'm gonna be distrustful.
Okay, so until they guilty until proven innocent, you mean?
Yeah.
That is how we do it in Tangent Town.
Like with people, y'all can come in.
Yeah.
Y'all can come in as much as you want. Tangent Town is open, but with robots and AI, we're gonna have to review you.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to do a lot of weird tests.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do the test from Blade Runner, where what is it called? Fuck, I forgot it. Something V.
The one they used to see which ones are the replicants or not.
Yeah. We're gonna do one of those tests on you, and if you pass, then you can come in.
Yeah. But if you fail, we're gonna make you eat a bunch of Cheerios until you short circuit.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go with it. All right, this has been an episode. I think we're good. Wait. Jonathan, where can the people find us? Or you, at least.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at KATY_GUMDROPS.
Turning Robin Williams. Guys, you can follow us on Tangent Town on Instagram, Tangent Town Pod. That's Tangent Town Pod. Don't know how to spell it. 2 Ds.
Is our Our Spotify is the
Everything should just be Tangent Town on YouTube and Spotify,
Okay.
so you can go find us there. If you guys have trouble, I'm working on getting more of the links put onto our Instagram. I'm also thinking about maybe starting a Threads for the Tangent Town. I've been liking Threads, so keep an eye out for that. And guys, we're sorry about not having an episode out last week. My computer took a shit, and I would like to say that's my fault.
Yeah, we're also not in James's house right now.
Yeah, I know.
We're in my house.
I'll be honest, he has nicer stuff than me, and it makes me upset.
But you have your own apartment.
That's true, I do.
So you win.
That's fair. Well, it's not a competition. We're friends.
Yeah,
But my house is
Yeah.
better, so.
it is.
All right, guys. You got anything left to say to the citizens?
Mm-mm.
Okay.